Good afternoon. It's 2 o'clock on the dot, so I am waiting for a few of you to come on today for my Tuesdays to be continued. I'm Beverlee Morales with Stampin' All Day with Bev, and I want to welcome you to my Tuesdays to be continued live. I see numbers starting to come up. Hi, Debbie Pine, how are you? Nice to see your name. Who else is here? Type in your name, let me know where you're from, let me know if you're new. I just see a few people. Hey, Marcia. Let a few more people come on. My house, hey, Jean, my house is very, very dusty because they are, what do you call it? Not tape and texturing. And today, and I keep cleaning up like a crazy person, which I shouldn't because it doesn't make any difference, right? Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Marcia. Let's see who I've got here. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're going to get started. So I'm continuing on using the same product that I used on Sunday, and that is the Easter Bunny stamp set and the stylish shape dies and the floral paper dies and the Country Inn designer series paper, along with the elegant edge punch and the bunny punch. And I did add some adhesive back Milky dots to this card. You throw that stamp set over there. That's not in today's live. All right, so file folder card. I hope you guys like this look. I really liked it a lot, and I want to show you different ways to use it. Also, I showed you the circle punch and how you could dress up your circle punches with your tag topper dies. So I'm going to continue on with that. Let's turn you down and show you the card. This is Sunday's card, and I have to be honest with you, I completely forgot to pick a winner. So I guess I'll need to go back and look at all the names that were there on Sunday and then pick a winner and let you know. I'll put it on my website who won this card, okay? But here is the file folder card that I'm talking about, and the circles with the edge, elegant edge topper on top, and the Countryside Inn, DSP, and all the things I mentioned. So let's get started with that. Here is today's card. I think it's adorable. Let me know what you guys think. Two girlfriends just, there we go. Two girlfriends just saying hi. I know, I just turned it. Just turned it. I saw it. Thank you for telling me, though, because I was backwards for a little while on Sunday as well. But look at these two little girls, all dressed up, just talking to each other and saying hi. And then look at the inside. I'm going to show you this little surprise in a minute. So we're going with the Boho Blue again to coordinate with the Countryside Inn paper. And I don't know if anybody is on here that wasn't on here on Sunday. So I am going to ink up one more bunny to show you how I got this look, just in case you were not here. This Painted Posies folder is just an amazing folder. I feel a little moisture there because I washed it off. So let me get that off. Okay, I'm just going to ink this up, and then I'm going to punch out two bunnies. Like I said, I can never have enough of them. They're just the cutest things ever. So a piece of scrap paper and the Easter bunny punch. I think I have room to get 2 out of these. And when I do 2 at a time, I always, just like I said on Sunday, I place 1 in one direction and 1 in the other direction. Okay, then I'm going to bring over my cut and emboss machine and platform 1 and 4. Spine is going in last, and I'm rolling this through. That's all there is to it to make these French country bunnies. And any color ink you use will change the look just a little bit. But no matter what color you use, they're all going to be adorable. Okay, again, how do you clean this? Just put it in your sink, run water over that, and it'll rinse right off, and then let it dry. All right, so I've got 3 bunnies here, and as long as I've got 1 going in one direction and 1 going in the other direction, I'm good for this card. Now I am going to go over using that punch again for the front of my card to make the file folder as a layer piece. Hi, Margot. So that's another way you can use the file folder look. Okay, so let's take our elegant tag punch. We're going to slide it in like I told you on Sunday. I'm just going to eyeball this time. Last time I showed you how you could measure. I started thinking you could find the halfway point and make a pencil mark if you want to, if you're scared to eyeball, and then put that pencil point right in the middle of the punch and you'll be exact if you want to. I'm just going to eyeball. So I'm just looking, and I see I have a little bit more on the left than the right, so I moved it over a little bit, and then I'm going to punch. There we are. Okay. Then you guys already know the next step. You learned it on Sunday. You're going to take your trimmer, and you're going to place this little U shape right here on both sides into the paper trimmer, right into the channel. And you're going to cut till you can actually feel it go into that little U, and then you're cut off there. I showed you this on Sunday, but I was showing you with a full card, and this is just a layer piece. So look how easy that is, and it just makes a whole different look. I want to go over to a craft store of some type and find a file folder box, or and then make one with recipes or something. I don't know, maybe addresses, maybe phone numbers, I don't know. The old style, right? I just think it's so pretty to have notes in a little box that you can go through with little file folder tabs in different spots. Now I'm taking this and I'm turning it upside down. Did you notice my favorite technique on this one? Hi, Margaret. The corrugated lines, but they're a little farther apart, so I left room so I could stamp the word hi in there. So I turned face down, face onto the Simply Score tool, and I am going to start right here, and I am going to press and go down the channels and emboss. Then I'm going to count 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, and the 4th space, I'm going to run my stylus again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Run my stylus again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure I stay in camera. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this piece was originally, hi Florence. This piece was originally layer size 4 by 5 1/4. I don't think I said that. So that's, you make your regular layer piece, and then you just, when you cut your tab and cut this off, it's the right size. Okay. In from gardening. Well, I'm glad you made it. So here is our base, Boho Blue. I think I'm going to take my bone folder and burnish. And then a 1 by 5 1/4 piece of that beautiful designer series paper, country side in. This one here. All these different patterns. I call this pattern here that I'm using one of the wallpaper patterns. I just love it. So I'm just going to place, here's the card. See what I did? I just placed a strip there. Hi, Cookie. And it gives the impression that there's a big piece behind the white, but there's not. There's just a little strip. So you can make a bunch of cards this way. And this is going to make up for the part that you cut away on the layer piece. So I'm just lining it up about 1/8 of an inch from the top and on the sides. Okay, now I can take this piece and I can lay it right on top. So glad you bought 2 packs of that DSP. That was a smart move, young lady. Very smart move. I think I have another one coming. I can't remember for sure, but I'm about out. So I can put this down now, even though I haven't stamped it. It's your favorite DSP, Marcia? Yeah, it's gorgeous. I agree. Okay, so I'm going to line this up. The white edges lining up with the DSP. And there we go. Okay, let's get our little bunnies. One going this way and one going this way. And then we can tell where we want to stamp our high. High is from the same stamp set, Easter Bunny stamp set. And I talked all about how wonderful it is that you can use an Easter set any time of the year. It doesn't have to just be for Easter. This is 2 little girlfriends, but I already talked about it being a baby for a baby shower. So many uses. Okay, let's dress these gals up. We're going to take a piece of baker's twine. Now baker's twine, the crumb cake baker's twine, comes in a pack of 5 different baker's twines. They're on page 144, and the white, crumb cake, black. I don't remember the other colors, but it's very, very fun to get a whole pack of baker's twine like that. So I was talking about where it's at in the catalog instead of telling you what I'm doing. Hey, Maggie. So I pull a little bit of the baker's twine off to my left, and then I just wrap it around her neck a couple of times. Maybe just 2. No. Yeah, let's just do 2, and then I'm going to wrap this one around once. So she's got a nice little collar there. And then I'm just going to use the rest of it to tie a bow. Oh, I think my guys left for lunch, so we'll be nice and quiet. Today was a noisy day. That machine they used to, I forget what they called it, but anyway, it was pretty noisy. So there we go. Trim that down. And she or he, if you don't want to dress him up anymore, you can leave him like this, and it can be a boy. But I'm going to dress it up as of 2 girlfriends. Okay, so we're going to take a little bit of glue, and I'm going to put a tiny itty bitty dot of glue right in the middle of the knot of the bow. See how little that is? And from the paper florist again, I'm going to take those little tiny flowers in that die and set it right on the knot. This is the die I'm talking about. It's in the paper florist, so you get 4 of these little flowers at one time. Okay, so we need to do the tail. I showed you this on Sunday, but it doesn't hurt to repeat, so you really get it stuck in your head. So 1 mini dimensional on the tail. And then I take your pick tool, I'm going to pull off the backing. These have been giving me trouble lately. Take your pick tool to do it. All right, so I'm going to pick up 4 of these little flowers, and I'm going to put them on the edge, top, bottom. Let's see, these are all flipped over backwards. Side. And the other side. You know, googly eyes changes the whole look to me, but if you want to have eyes, I've always said that on anything, I don't care if you're a painter or an artist, you really have to know how to make faces to not ruin your project. So maybe if you could find a itty bitty white pearl or something like that, you could get an eye in there. Okay, so there's these cute little tail again. Okay, now so this one, look how cute. You see that good? And then this one, she needs to get dressed up too. She can't let her friend outdo her, right? So we're gonna take these Milky dots, and there's clearer ones, and then there's a pinkish tone. I start here and kind of just make that one lower than the neck, and then I come up, so it's like a string of pearls are going, you know, across her neck instead of just straight. And that just dresses her up so cute. Okay. And then we go to our dimensionals. And we just put some on the bunnies. So they're popped up slightly. Oops, I got that one off too much. Let's pull that back. Okay. Now let's see if these backs will come off easy. That one did. So far, so good. Okay. Then I'm going to add her onto the last line there, and you can bring her over to the left a little bit as long as she's not going off the card. There's one. I thought there was one hiding from me. And then again, set her down on that last line, that last embossed line. And there we go. Thank you for the hearts. All right, so in the paper florist is that die, this one. You can put it anywhere on a piece of paper and cut it out, and it makes this fringe, or in this case, grass. And this is soft seafoam color cardstock. So I ran 2 through, and it's 4 inches long, so if you made your card this way, it would fit on the layer piece very, very nicely. But this, I made it horizontal, so it's a little short, but I matched it up, and I thought it looked great. So that is not an issue for me. Now, when you are going to add another piece to this, you can think about putting it in the center and adding more to both sides. I just put glue on it and added it on the left, and then added some more on the right and cut it off. So light glue, and you don't even need grass if you don't want to, but I thought it was cute to add the grass, so I did. I just wanted a really soft color though, and the soft seafoam did the trick. Now I'm going to lay this one under the first one just by 1 blade of grass and measure, and then cut this off. And then we can put glue there as well. Stick it under one by one blade. And the liquid glue is going to allow me to line this up perfectly. Okay, try that one more time. There we go. All right. Now it's perfect. Okay, then you can just flick these little grasses back at you, bend them, and then you have dimension. You can do 2 layers, and it's really, really cute with 2 layers as well. So we have to stamp the top. I really like how the stamp in this stamp set, Easter Bunny, works so well with the Elegant Edge tag punch. You could have stamped that in advance of putting your card together. Either way is fine. And now let's go to the layer piece for the inside. This is the part that got me very excited. I have a piece of cardstock, 4 by 5 1/4, just layer size again. And I want to run it through this folder. So because I got it blue, I have to go wash it. Let me go wash it. See how running it underwater just cleans it off immediately? But I don't have an assistant, darn it. So I had to just clean it now and then make sure that it's dry before I run it into another piece of cardstock. Okay, seems pretty dry. There might be a spot or two. All right, so we're gonna put this in. Ooh, I can see some shine, so I think it's still got moisture in there because it's pretty deep images. Okay, so I'm going to lay this. I want it to be horizontal like the card, and I want to get most of the flowers in it. And you're saying you're going to put that on the inside of the card. How in the heck are you going to sign anything? Let me run it through. Okay, see how pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, so we are going to layer this into the card. Just like that. But you're right, we need a place to write our little note. So that's where the circles are going to come in. Let's get this down onto the card. And then we're going to go to the circles, which are all also in the stylish dies. It's this big circle here. Stylish shapes, I think it's called. And then I have the squares. Let me make sure the right name. Yes, stylish shaped dies. And then I have this little square as well. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp the square. You're a friend like no other. Also in the Easter Bunny set. Okay, so that's ready. Then we're going to take the punch. Oh, let's take the punch first. I'm not going to close my stamp pad though because I still need it. And we're going to slide the circle punch into the die like I showed you on Sunday. Now what's the next step? Do you remember? You have to turn this over. Hi, Connie. You have to turn this over, and then you're going to yank on this and pull it back towards you to get this lined up here. What we're lining up is the tops of each flower has 3 petals. So the middle petal is touching the edge of the circle on all 3 of those images. And then we can punch. Now, it holds still, so you don't have to worry about it slip sliding around. I love that you are just using one stamp set. Yes, this is just one stamp set. And look what it does to that circle. I just love how it adds so much. Now there's these little pieces here that need to go away, so you just snip like that. It's just a little tiny snip. And then that's all fixed. And then, like I showed you before, you layer it on top and all the little dots line back up no matter what because it's a circle. Okay, but we're going to stamp the top with the same little flowers, dress up the inside of the card. The middle leaf on the rose here goes on the middle flower on the punch. See how much cuter that is when it's stamped? And here is where you can write your message, your friend's name and whatever you want to say. Just a quick little note, right? Because we have more. So let's turn this around. Well, I'm gonna glue this down first. Thought I made a mistake there for a second, but I didn't. Okay, just gonna glue this down. Aw, thank you, Marcia. You are just the sweetest, I'm telling you. Okay, and then you're gonna take this circle and you're gonna put glue just lightly on the edges, just around like this, because now we've made a pocket, right? I think I scared my household the other day when this idea popped into my head of making these circles into a pocket. When ideas come to me watching TV, taking a shower, or whatever, I usually go, oh my gosh, and then I have to dry off, get dressed, run downstairs and get it put together so I don't forget my idea. Or I'm watching TV, or heaven forbid, my husband's driving the car and an idea pops into my head and I was like, and I scare him to death, poor guy. So that idea came to me. We were watching TV and making a pocket, right? So here, this little square. You're going to take a hole punch, just a regular standard hole punch that you probably have in your stash, and you're going to make a little hole at the top of the square. It also would be cute if you could flip it up and write it. Yes, it would. You would just score right here. Excellent idea, Marcia. Just put a score line right there, and then you can flip that up. Very good. And glue this part down. Very, very good. All right, so we have our little, hi, you're a friend like no other. So remember I said that, that the Baker's Twine pack has multiple colors in it. You could use white, since this is all white. Now, if you wanted to, I'm using the same crumb cake just to coordinate with the front. So I don't even measure, I apologize. This is 11 inches. I just eyeball everything, and I fold it in half, get the 2 raw edges together, and then I put those 2 open ends into the hole, and then I bring them through the loop, just like that. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I'm short one of these little flowers. Let me cut a little flower real quick. Where's some scrap white? Where are you? Here's some scrap white. try to hurry, I make it worse. So I'm not going to try to hurry. I dropped my die. Okay. Needed a couple of more of those. Okay, so this makes it so stinking cute. So watch this. You just put your little square inside the circle there. And it's hidden, but the baker's twine is hanging out. So as curiosity has it, we would yank that, wouldn't we? Hi, Lori. Just tuned in. We'll watch from the beginning, the replay. Thanks. Okay, good. So now let's take our silicone mat because we're working on all this beautifulness. We could take it out and not work right on the card, but I'm going to work right on the card. And I am going to put a little tiny itty bitty dot of glue at the end of the baker's twine. Okay. Then I'm going to take my take your pick tool again. These are flipped over. I need them the right sides up. I've got it in my hand, so let's just set it down. Okay. Now I know this is meticulous and you might not do this part, but I just want to show you how stinking cute it is. Oh my gosh, these little flowers kill me. I'm going to put a little bit more glue. I don't want them to come apart. It might have enough already, but just to be safe. So when I keep saying, see, it goes in there. We want it to be popped out. That's the front. And I'll just stick it right on top of the first one. So cute. And then I'll do the same to this one. And match that up. Because you know me and my fronts and my backs, they have to look good. Plus, if it flips around, you don't want to see just baker's twine well, at least I don't want to just see baker's twine hanging there. So we have this cute little baker's twine sticking out of the card. So when your friend opens up her card and she sees all of this sweetness, she is going to say, oh my gosh, I can't believe so-and-so made that for me. Then she's going to open it up and see all this sweetness. Then she's going to pull this and say, and see that you are saying you're a friend like no other. Isn't that something? I think this is so cute. And then for Easter, you can do it as well. But these little flowers just hang in here, and you could do them in boho blue if you want them to stand out more, or whatever color you've decided to make your card. So there they go. There they are. There's one open, and here's the front when it's closed. Are there any questions? There is so much you can do with this punch and this designer series paper and this folder. Look, if you take a 2-inch piece of cardstock and you punch both ends of that, and then just add your bunny in the middle with the high and the DSP. Then you do your file folder on the inside of the card if you would like. Yes. How about the same idea? Little bit different use of the designer series paper. This is very vanilla. I used a bigger flower to show you how the tail would look with a bigger flower. That's from our punch, a punch. And then just using punching these eyelets and then cutting them off and using them underneath a straight edge really fancies up a straight edge. So that one I didn't do an inside to. So I'm telling you, you can have so much fun with this. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you on Sunday. All right. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.